Hello fellow rebels and welcome back to the channel. I just want to show you some of the not outtakes but some of the things that I was doing on the bike, and I just want you to understand where it started from and all the stuff that I went through and what I was thinking when I was trying to do it, and yeah, just basically to understand where I was coming from as an inexperienced I wouldn't even say mechanic, but I'll use that word loosely anyway. So where I was basing my experience from and what I tried to do and why I tried certain things as well for it to work. So it definitely wasn't perfect in any way, but that's why I want to show it, because if I make mistakes other people can learn from it, or if I do things right other people can learn from it too. So that's the basis of today's video. As you can see here, it's really hard to take the bike out. So this is the way it was at the start. It was a nightmare, and then even with a tap of the rubber mallet, the brakes have loosened up so much more that it's moving back much more freer, you know. So this here, then I'm trying to open the pin as I seen in Del Boy's garage, to open the pin, you know, would really help, but that was so tight. And now I look back, obviously hindsight, it was telling me how bad it actually was, the calipers. As you can see, I have it well wedged in there and pulling as much as I can back up to see can I loosen it, and there was just no moving from it at all. So I said, look, I'll take off the calipers instead. So it's just an insight of how I was thinking when I was doing it. And here then as well, obviously there's the fun of filming and doing maintenance as well. You're knocking over the camera multiple times, so that's only one shot of me knocking the cameras multiple times. But the GoPro is a tough old cookie, so we eventually got it up and to video the rest of the video and stuff like that. But again, showing you how tough it is to try get that nut that was behind the exhaust. But as well as that, it was cheap tools. I got the tools and they were handy, you know, really handy, but can't really substitute for good tools. Like I had an old 14 spanner out the back and it was really rusted and everything, but there was grip on it. With these shiny ones, they're no good. They're okay for doing bits and pieces around the house, but for doing any serious maintenance on your bike or anything like that, they're no good because there's no grip on them. That's why they're so shiny. There's no grip on them, you know. So definitely I'm going to invest in a good set of spanners now, definitely. Huh?
You with the mallet, give it a good fork.
In fairness to him, the mallet did work, you know. So yeah, the light of foam is used then obviously for the calipers, and like the calipers were so bad, it was getting that late, so I left it to the next day. And what I used then for the pistons to get them back in was G-clamps. So I got a set for, it was €8 in screw fix. They looked tiny, but actually they were perfect because they could push back in the pistons, and I kind of knew the pistons were going to be replaced anyway, so I had no problem using it, and didn't damage the back of the calipers either. So it was actually great to get it in. I used the spanner first, but then I started using the voice grips, and that gave me so much more grip because the handles on it were very light, so they weren't made for like a heavy job or whatever. So I had to use my brain and get the voice grips out and start using that, which made it so much easier, and delighted now I used them because it got me out of a jam. As you can see, they're actually working. So I was just, what I was wary of was the brake fluid line there, not to snag that or not to damage it in any way, and kind of add to my problems as well. So I just got a towel because there wasn't much grip, I said, on the calipers, and which worked out really well for me. I was only thinking on my feet at that stage, and I was just trying to come up with the best solutions to try to get the pistons back in, and then obviously try to get the calipers back on as well. So that was my first thought. So then I was having a bit of an issue then with the pads because they kept pushing in when I was putting the pins back in. So what I done then is just put the screwdriver across, and that gave me enough width to be able to screw in the pins and then that kind of locks the brake pads into position, and then it helped much easier to fit back onto the calipers, which was the main goal, obviously, as well. So
14mm
we
bolt
had
for
a
these,
14 socket,
socket for these.
and that done the business.
I'm just going to put
Except
one in.
obviously that fell off. But I put that on first just to kind of give me a starter on the second one. So yeah, again, just going back to me trying to get the bike out first, you can see how much effort it is just to roll it back, just even a small bit there, you know, and then to when I could move it. So when I got the calipers back on, everything moved so much easier, and I was absolutely thrilled with it. So yeah, that's my little run through. So thanks very much for watching. Until next time, Deise Rebel out.